So, Ted Cruz picked Carly Fiorina. And by the way, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this program. Does that make you, as a voter, want to take a second look? I just don't see it having the sizzle. There's no sizzle there. And frankly, it was a good political move, but it also feels like pandering. In other words, they're saying, okay, well, Carly is a woman, and therefore he can highlight Trump's anti-women statements. They're not playing. They're playing inside of the D.C. New York Beltway, and he's got high negatives with women, but the statements themselves, her highlighting them, it's old news. I don't think that it has any ongoing sizzle. I just don't. I think that she can go and get local media coverage. So every place she travels in Indiana, if she doesn't travel with the Cruz campaign, if they split up, then she will be able to get local news coverage. But that's about it. She's not going to get any national headlines, and she's really not going to get statewide headlines. So on that level, I don't think that it works. And on the level of, well, she's a woman and she can go after Hillary, look, you can't have it both ways. You can't say that we're at the place where we could elect a woman and that you have to treat a woman candidate differently. You can't have it both ways. Either she's a candidate in her own right and all of the political rules of campaigning apply to this candidate, or here's a woman for political office, she's running a campaign, but we can't really throw punches at her the way we would with a man because she's a woman. You can't have it both ways. I'm sorry. So I think that Carly is on her public persona, the way she presents herself, in my opinion, she's too smart by a half. It doesn't ring with the average voter the way crooked Hillary does. So when Carly speaks about Hillary, she does a good job. She really does on an intellectual level. If I'm reading a script, if I'm reading an article, Carly is great. But for sound bites, but for that sense of boom, and you want to replay it in slow motion, did you see that hit? She doesn't deliver. Not usually. Not usually. The other problem, if I could use a football analogy, we're going to go to the football end zone. The problem with picking Carly is that it's like a triple reverse. If you're a football fan, you know what a reverse is. You know what a double reverse is. As a kid, I remember I was playing triple reverses. Did you ever do a triple reverse when you were a kid? It's almost impossible to pull off. The double reverse is almost impossible to pull off sometimes because all you got to do is have a linebacker step in front. Somebody who reads the play and sees that it's coming back and ties up the person who's coming back around. In other words, there's too many things that can go wrong. There's just too much that can go wrong. So picking Carly Fiorina at one level is genius on PR, keeping him in the news for a day or two. But on another level, it really felt to me, as a media analyst, as somebody who has some role in journalism, it felt like an act of desperation. It felt just a little. Now, and it was a decision made in a hurry. So when you're in a campaign, things are happening so fast, you've got to get your team together. You've got to make a decision. What do? We just got our clock cleaned. What do? Yes, let's go ahead and do that move where we pick Carly Fiorina and see if that energizes people. They did the right thing. It's like throwing the so-called Hail Mary pass at the end of the game. You've got to do it. You don't have any other option. But they usually don't work. And everyone's watching to see if it works, and incomplete. And he dropped the ball. And no, that was interference. No, it wasn't. Game over. Everyone's running on the field. Every once in a while, somebody does catch a ball. Every once in a while, let's just see if this works. We'll know on Tuesday, but I don't think so. In fact, when we come back, I'll play you a clip of Donald Trump. You just got to watch this. Don't go away.